website, Free West Papua website.
Other websites of 6 human rights organisations who distributed the videos have been the target of an aggressive ongoing cyber attack that has overloaded all of their web servers and caused them to crash.
Yes, something I excited, but something jealous too because it was Papua. But I think that's why it's a people power. People want to faith, That's the determination, the faith that is already there. Something will happen in West Papua. Even on 1% here, 15 staff. 15 staff and head of the police, head of police and head of prisoner. They not work.
Sacked. They got sacked.
Yeah.
And it made the news. I understand.
But they just they really wanted me to extradite me to Indonesia.
Do you have, I know the Indonesians are mostly seen as the aggressor, but do you have Indonesian sympathisers who actually want your people to be free as well? Is there people working from the Indonesian side?
Yes.
Really.
There's a student movement also mostly in Jakarta. In West Papua, the ordinary Indonesian really sympathize Papuan, but then Indonesian military intelligence themselves pushing them, don't support. Otherwise that is also Indonesian intelligence intimidate their own people. If as soon as they support, then Indonesia will lose West Papua. So that's why they always split West Papua between West Papua and ordinary Indonesia. So that's why I always say my fight is not against ordinary Indonesian, but Indonesia occupation, Indonesian military. So that is my work from the beginning. So ordinary people are really trying to support us. Mostly the support like MP involved, campaigning, MP and any politician, is a big difference because we in West Papua we don't have any support internationally. Since we formed international parliamentarian for West Papua, then more people in West Papua gain confidence because they never, they thought nobody cared about us. But then this is like it, give them more confidence. And now, 17th of May, we have all parliamentary conference, international lawyer coming out in Oxford University. So I think it's more support coming. But we need all ordinary people to push their own government to own them to support them.
Yeah, I want to ask you another question, but one of the guys said about how he worked in the mines and he saw the desecration of the sacred land and the soil, with the minerals, but like with Africa where they have the conflict diamonds and they're trying to eliminate that trade. Is there anything equivalent going on now with your country, kind of like trying to extend that sort of use of resources like oil, for example? You mentioned oil was used and sold to America and UK and China, for example. Is there any kind of almost like trade deals to stop that from happening against? Is that an area you're trying to get more into as well? Like resources being sold to other countries?
Yeah, it's mostly because mine and oil controlled by Indonesia. What's happening now? Indonesia they secure all the mine and all the BP area. They always guard it. Then they also very clever. What's happening now, like the mining area, they create a conflict and then tell the company, look, you need the protection. So that's heavy. That is one single income for military. So that's why they are one. Okay, look, this is you need military because rebel will fight. Your company will shut down. But the Indonesians themselves create the violence. and then they blame Papua, and then they try to create a conflict among the tribal. Well, and then look, this is near the mine area, you need to protect it. So then the company give a billion rupiah to Indonesian military.
Just BP.
Yeah. So.
I mean, just to say from the previous talks, you know, I've heard you give Benny and Julie asked about what's standing in the way. I think it's not just political will; it is private interests. It is resources, you know, and in this case, it is also oil. But
Benny, is we're just chatting here, Lawrence. Is Papua has it ever been the focus of an organisation like Christian Aid, like Tear Fund or Soul Survivor or something like that? Have they ever made Papua and the situation their focus for the year or particular schemes, or is it anything like that?
Not at all. I think on survival sometimes they were, you know.
In something Soul Survivor?
Yeah, survival, survival. But the Christian Aid I never approached that because I don't have any contact.
No, it's just because of Soul Survivor, it's like, they're sort of massive about. And it's a youth movement to a certain degree, isn't it? It's they've had people speak on similar things and fair trade issues and stuff like that.
Yes. If any way you could, you know, invite me or, you know, share the story, please let me know. And I think that's what we need.
Thinking about, like, obviously we're a bunch of youth workers, and like in a couple of days I'm going to see a bunch of young people. What is it that you want me to tell them about what's going on? What can they do to help you?
Yeah, thank you very much. That's really good question. Always. First, please tell. Major campaign. What I'm doing now is raise the awareness about raise the awareness. Any way. Letter writing campaign, or you tell your MP and to ask the foreign minister what's happening, you know, behalf of your son, what's happening and what's going on in West Papua. Whether they follow up what's happening in West Papua, and if there is any MP could join all party parliamentarian for West Papua in Westminster. There is we will form 17 of May this month.
Why the Dutch aren't doing? Why isn't the Dutch doing anything? Even though they'll formally, you know, colonise the country. Why aren't they doing anything?
Yeah, that's really feel the guilt. I think that's what happened. East Timor case very different. Portugal is really behind it, but the West Papua case, it's like conspiracy, you know. Indonesia threatening Dutch, America, British. Look, if you don't give West Papua, we will join the Cold War. You have to give me. So that's why, without the New York agreement, that's made the agreement in New York, without any West Papua, they have made decision. Okay, West
the act of free choice was a vote by West Papuans for independence.
I was in West Papua in 1969, the supposed act of free choice. It wasn't free and there was no choice.
That is always my feeling, you know, like what happening in Middle East, what happening in South Africa, you know, what happened in East Timor. They decided free, they will be free. My people are the last people are fighting from one colonialism to another colonialism. We are two colonies, Indonesia, that's and the second colony, Indonesia. Indonesia is colony, we are colonized, we are colonized. So at the end of the colonialism, but West Papua, secret colonialism.
The Dutch will transfer to the Indonesians the administration of the territory they both claim.
Please remember my people, in your prayer and whatever you do. Papua, free West Papua, Papua Merdeka, Papua Merdeka.